What's up, Everyday Blades? Man, I don't like doing these kind of videos, but they're necessary. Had I seen a video like this probably wouldn't happen to me. These appear to be for Protech Newports. They are not. They are not clones. They are outright counterfeits. They are really, really close. And unless you're a Protech guy, you're not going to notice it. I didn't notice it. We're going to go over the differences that I know about and even open one of these up and look inside of it and kind of see what's going on. Because information is power. The more we know, the less trouble we're going to get in. So let's back up and find out how I got in this mess. So I go around to a lot of pawn shops in my area. I would say there's probably 150 to 200 pawn shops within decent driving distance of my house. I travel around Houston, a large city, for work. As I go around the city, in between appointments stuff, I stop in these pawn shops. Sometimes I run in for 2 minutes and walk out. They have no knives, I leave. Sometimes I go in there and they have something great and it's too expensive. They know what they have and they're not going to sell it to me. If it's not a great deal, I'm not going to buy it. 3 times out of the, I don't know how many knives I bought. It has to be 100 total. 3 times I've gotten counterfeits. So a clone is something that looks a whole lot like another knife or looks identical to another knife, but it has a different name on it. The knives I bought were counterfeits. They're appearing to be the exact same knife with the same name on it. The first knife I bought it at a pawn shop, and I realized in the parking lot something wasn't right, and I knew it was a counterfeit. So I posted it in the group, in the actual group from the knife where it was from. I don't remember what brand it was, but I think it was a Spyderco, and they said, "Oh yeah, definitely fake." So I took it back in the store. They gave me my money back. No harm, no foul. Hopefully they didn't resell it. The next time I was at it was a pawn shop, but it was also an authorized Benchmade dealer. They had a full Benchmade display. And amongst that display, they had a couple of used Benchmades, and this 940 was in there. You'll notice the thumb stud's missing because I took it off and put it on my son's knife. He lost his thumb stud, so I got some use out of it. He uses his knives pretty hard, and he works down in the oil field. And anyway, fixed it and got something out of this knife. But I paid decent money for this knife. I got a good deal on it if it was real, but it wasn't a home run deal. I still paid good money for it. Posted it in the groups when I got home, and they're like, "Yeah, that's 100% counterfeit." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Yeah, great." So I thought, you know what? I'll just keep it as a teaching tool. I didn't get too burned on it. I'll make videos with it and, help other people. So first of all, with this knife, there was no blue scales ever made for these. There was never one from Benchmade ever made with blue scales. That's the dead giveaway. Also, some of the lettering and stuff, but that's all I know for sure on this one. That's the dead giveaway. If you see a blue Benchmade and it's supposed to be stock, it's not real. But anyway, I keep this around for teaching purposes, and I'll pull screws and parts out of here if I need them for an old knife or something. But now we're discussing these Protechs. I thought they were real 100%. I didn't even have an inkling that they were fake. They felt real to me. The actions are strong. The steel says S35VN on there, and I'm not a big Protech guy. I haven't bought a lot of Protechs. I posted these in my group for sale for about a week, and nobody said anything. Nobody noticed. And it was a video with the post along with pictures. I also posted later the next week. I posted these in the Protech group, and I posted them late one night over the weekend. And man, I woke up to a crap storm the next day. I had hundreds of messages, and I was banned from the Protech group, and there was posts all in the EDC go, no go that I was scamming, trying to sell counterfeit Protechs. I mean, my God, I've been around this community for a long time, and I've done hundreds and hundreds of deals with people. Never burned anyone. Never had even a claim of burning anyone. I obviously didn't know these were counterfeits, or I would have never posted them for sale. Thankfully, a lot of people from the group came to my defense and saying he obviously doesn't know they're fake. And of course, I went on there and it was just a bash fest. I'm not going to get into all that, but a lot of people that I've removed from our group, or they're just not fans of mine, and they take every chance they can to take a swipe at me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It comes with the territory. So anyway, back to these Protechs. The person that posted the knife memes original post about it messaged me, and I spoke with him, and he took the post down. I didn't ask him to. He voluntarily took it down, and I'm thankful to him for that. Of course, somebody else reposted anyway, but some people are just going to be mean and hateful no matter what you do. So anyway, I took the post down, of course, all the ones that I had up, and before I even went over these to try to verify they weren't fake by myself before I posted them. I did what we all do when we get a knife, especially a used knife. We go watch some videos on it, and I even watched Nick Shabazz's Disassembly video on it. Or actually, it was another Protech, but a lot of these Protechs, he said that the one he took apart was the same on the inside as this one. So let's take one of these apart, see what it looks like on the inside. Because to me, it looked identical to the one he took apart. That was an authentic Protech, which obviously I ended up being wrong because it wasn't. Oh, and I can see that I'm missing one. So the number one giveaway, I was told, is the Protech only uses Allen head screws. They don't use Torx. And the pocket clip, and most importantly the pivot, is Torx. I was actually surprised at how simple these automatic knives are. They're almost as simple inside as a frame lock. It's just one spring. Let's take the pivot apart. It also amazes me, this knife's only $180. I know that sounds like a lot to some people, but to a lot of us that collect knives, that's not a really super high-end knife. It's a good quality knife. To me, if I were going to counterfeit a knife, not that I ever would, I guess I don't think like they do, I would never counterfeit a $180 knife. I would counterfeit an $800 knife or a $1,000 knife. Well, this sucker don't want to come apart. She's in there good. There it goes. Man, tolerances are tight. Keep working it. Maybe she'll come apart in a second. Let me get my plastic pry bar. Not that I care about messing this thing up, but these work great. These are for popping door panels and stuff off of your car, so you don't mess the rivets up. Oh, there's still a screw in there. No wonder. Derp, that'll do it. I was like, man, there's no way that thing's that hard to get apart. There we go. Now we'll take this. So there's the first giveaway, which I didn't know at the time, but the Protechs that Nick Shabazz took apart did not have any washers in them. Okay. So there is one of these that I took apart did not have any washers in it. So these are different. So the only mechanics this thing has to it are this tiny little spring for the button, this large spring that hooks into a little slot on this right here, that little slot, and then the other pointy part that sticks out here, that pointy part goes into that hole in the blade. Very, very simple design, and obviously very, very easy to copy, because they did. So that's what it looks like on the inside. Now, the crazy thing is that they had to have spent some money to build this thing, and I don't know if Protech has a backspacer like that where it's like machined into the thing. I'm not sure, but these are aluminum. I don't know. That's probably some kind of cheap Chinese D2 or something. But go through all of this effort for a $180 knife that, you know. But I guess they get over on people and people buy them. I don't know where they came from. I was gonna take these back to the store, and if I get back to that side, the problem is the store's all the way on the other side of town, and I haven't been back to that side of town. I'm gonna throw them in my truck, and if I can get by that side of town, I'm gonna go by there and try to get my money back. But who knows when or if that's ever gonna happen. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys. So the things I do know for sure are the Torx head pivot. Everything on here should be an Allen head screw. Or what I call an Allen head screw. Some people call it a hex head, I guess. But also the finish is really smooth and like shiny on here. I was told that Protechs are not like that. This one feels kind of slickish, like kind of polished, and Protechs are a little more grabby. So those are the only two things I know to tell you that it's a counterfeit. But the only thing I can tell you is be careful, because they are out there. Don't assume like I did that a knife that doesn't cost $500 that they wouldn't counterfeit that. Yeah, evidently they'll counterfeit anything. So I apologize to anyone who may have thought they were real and was going to buy them. I apologize to the Protech group. You guys, I would never post anything in your group knowingly that was counterfeit. I would never post anything anywhere. Would never buy it. Would never have anything to do with it, knowing that it's counterfeit or that it's a clone. I have lots of friends who are knife makers and knife designers. Been fortunate to meet a lot of great people in this community, and I understand that the theft of their designs is very hurtful and cost them a lot of money, and it's sickening to me. Now, I've never really been a Protech guy. I've been a Medford guy for a long time. You put any Medford in front of me and I can tell you if it's real or not, but I haven't handled these as much as I handled Medfords. So guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully the next video will be more cheerful. God bless you and your family. Say a prayer for our country. Good night.